Hey y'all, happy Monday. Welcome to the channel or welcome back. Today, I'm going to talk about something completely different, you guys. So stick with me, hear me out. I hope that you take the time to watch this video all the way through. Please leave your comments down below. I want to talk about something like really serious. And this has been something that I've been looking at for like the last year or two. I have yet to hear anybody in the like prepping community talk about it. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk about this because it is something that needs to be discussed. And although it's like a little different than, prepping things, I think that this information could be beneficial. It may get you to look at things a little bit differently. I know I have been looking at things more differently since I first really started like noticing these things and really diving in. So that was a super long intro. So let's get right into today's video. So this is a basket that I got today from Walmart. It's just a mainstays little corduroy bin. I thought it would be super cute to keep a couple of little things in around the house. However, if I'm going to go ahead and read it to you and then I'm going to flip it over. It has warning. This product can expose you to chemicals including lead and lead compounds, which are known to the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects or other reproductive harm. For more information, go to www.p65warnings.ca.gov. Right here on the label. The issue is I have been seeing this label since I've been paying attention to it. I have seen this label on so many things. If I go through my camera roll, I am going to try to insert some of the pictures that, I've been taking over like the last year or so. And it's on literally everything, you guys, down to TVs. I know it seems crazy, but let me just dive a little bit in because my head's kind of spinning with all of this. Proposition 65, if you don't know, it is a Safe Drinking Water and Toxic Enforcement Act of 1986. So what's that, like 38-year-old act that's been in effect. California law requires businesses to provide warnings about significant exposures to chemicals that can cause cancer or reproductive harm. So it is a big thing in California. However, I started noticing it a couple of years ago, and things that you probably wouldn't think carry this label, down to mattresses that you sleep on. A lot of people are going through cancer. I do know that there have been a lot of recent studies saying that cancer is affecting a lot of younger people now, and everybody's trying to figure out why. Of course, some of the reasons they're trying to say is obesity, a sedentary lifestyle, diet habits, environmental changes. And my whole thing is there have been a lot of environmental changes. I mean, just look at what's going on. There's cloud seeding that's going on. There's weather manipulation that's going on. There's a lot of environmental changes, but also like the toxins and everything that have been released into water. Like there are big issues with a lot of water sources in the United States, but the water is being contaminated and it's getting into the soil and things like this that, kids are playing in. This is on toys, y'all. There are toys that carry these labels. So if you're giving a baby a toy to play with, just think from infancy to the child is 5, how many times they've come into contact with potential harmful items. So I remember, I want to say my older kids were younger. So my oldest is almost 23. And it was a BPA was the thing. BPA was being removed from like bottles and things like that. And I think a lot of people thought that was like a harmful type plastic or chemical that was found in plastic. And you started seeing it removed from other Tupperwares and things like that. But y'all, this is such a bigger issue than this. And I don't know how we can fix it. I don't know if it will be fixed. I feel like the only thing we could do is go to our legislators and like just hound them for answers. There are so many diseases out there and common issues that a lot of people have and ailments. And I really feel like this has contributed to this because again, it's just not in this one item. It's in TVs. When we were looking for a TV a couple of years ago, one thing I came across, the only brand that I saw that did not carry this warning label on the site was Sony. I'm not saying that maybe they don't, but they did not carry the proposition warning label that I saw. It doesn't necessarily have to be the TV. It can be a component in the TV that was made on the inside that you might not even know. This is in blankets, y'all, decor, home decor, towels, like you name it, it's probably something in there. So you have to really look. Walmart actually, I've noticed over the last couple months has started implementing that. If you go into like the more info now, it will tell you if it's Proposition 65. But you guys, one thing that really caught me off guard, a lot of people have them in their homes, are the cube organizers, like the 8 cube organizers, the 6 cube organizers. You could put the little bins in them and things like that. You guys, I cannot find a brand that does not carry that warning. And those are used in a lot of homes, especially people that do Montessori style things, you know, with their kids. Obviously they're used for whatever, but I know that's like a really big thing when you're doing like Montessori and like toy rotation and things, like you want it open-ended for kids, you know, just for them to grab. This is very, very scary. Microplastics is another thing that has been found in breast milk. So that just lets you know exactly like what we're dealing with. Is so many things that are contaminated. I know as a mom, you feel like breast is best and you feel like you're giving your child the best, right? Because that's what society has told you. And I did a video on this a while back because I was actually disturbed because I was in the middle of nursing my son when I found this article, and it was like, I felt like I was doing what was best for him and several of my other kids, but then to know that microplastics are being found in the mother's breast milk, like what happens? I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do. Like I said, I don't feel like this is being talked about. I haven't heard, you know, it being talked about. And it's very scary. I mean, when you think everybody is so worried about food and what's in our food, and, you know, people want to use organic stuff. And I'm not against organic stuff because I'm quick to buy some organic stuff, food, you know, even pot and soil. But even when it came to like my soil, I'm like, I'm buying organic, but I'm buying organic for it to go into the ground that's not organic and is already contaminated. So to me, it kind of makes me wonder, if you really think about it, like how organic is organic when it's being mixed? Like the rainwater, if anything, is going to water your garden, and the rainwater is not organic, but yet it's watering your organic veggies. So I don't know, y'all. Y'all probably are thinking I'm nuts right now, but I'm saying this to say that we have an issue, and it's a bigger issue than us. I want to know, have you guys run into anything? We already know that the United States puts a lot of chemicals and dyes in food that, you know, are banned essentially in other countries, yet we continue to do it. Everyday snack food items that people love and have been eating for years, you know, kids eat them, adults eat them. It's just one of like, there are several actually foods that, you know, just we like to eat in America for snacks, and a lot of those that have dyes in them that are actually terrible. So it kind of just makes you wonder exactly what needs to be done. Again, what can we do as a society to make these changes and force these people to keep this crap out of our stuff? When you have to label things and put labels on this because you know, like what can be in there, y'all? Cloth fabric all around, and you have a couple of silver pieces to hold the handle. But what else could be in that you need to throw a label in a storage bin? Very scary. This has me scared. It has me scared for like my kids, the future kids of America, because again, I feel like we're going to keep on seeing these cancer cases, and you wonder why certain people are getting cancers that are certain ages. And I'm not saying that it's all due to this, but I mean, when you're putting components and things like this and materials and people are exposed to them every single day for years on hand, it makes you wonder. So it's not only our food, it's in our clothing, it's in your mattresses, things like that, y'all. I just want to urge you guys to do more research. I know there's a lot of, like I said, people suffer with ailments and different diseases, and there's a rise in like ADHD. I know that Kennedy is supposed to be coming out in September, so just a couple of months now. He's supposed to be coming out with the reason for autism. So I'm very interested to know what he's going to say about that. Y'all just let me know what you guys think. Do you guys pay attention to these labels? Do you still buy when you pay attention to the labels? I know that I try to be aware when I'm buying things and shopping in stores, but sometimes like this one just slipped my mind. It slipped right by me is what I'm trying to say. So I put it in the buggy, and it wasn't until I got home and I saw it and I'm like, oh crap. So this will definitely go back. It's one thing to know that toxins are out there or something's bad for you, but when you actually see it, I can't get with it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. You guys, you let me know how you feel about this. Is this something that you pay attention to? Have you ever looked into it or done any research? It's just a lot going on, y'all, constantly. And I wanted to switch it up a little bit and talk about something like other than prepping, but it can pertain to prepping. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video.